What's up, y'all? Exciting day. The first ever episode of the Texas Wedding Podcast is here. You're going to listen to me and Krista Seekly with Belle Events. Some of the things to look forward to, we talk about Krista's first event ever, which was 2 days after COVID lockdowns. We're going to talk about a couple hot takes. We're talking through some early career mistakes that each of us made, what we learned. We talk about why Krista's so glad that she got married in the Pink Pony Club era. And of course, we're going to end with our two segments. I say, of course, none of you, we've never done this before. We're going to end with our two segments. We're going to end with the funny and the shout out. You have no idea what that means, but you're going to want to stick around for them for our first ever episode of the Texas Wedding Podcast.
I say if you don't like this music, you don't be listening to it, you know I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, then you go somewhere but here, cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute.
I don't have any destination events booked for next year, which normally that fills up earlier.
Yeah.
And so I don't want too many of them, but I also don't want none.
Right. I know.
You know what I mean?
Gosh. If only we could just perfectly schedule. I wish I could look ahead and be like, okay, well, next March I want to go here and then I want to go here.
And just put it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking one booking for next May in southern France.
Yes.
Come and get me.
Honestly, I bet that would work.
We'll have to try it.
Yeah.
Where would it be? Do you have a time and a location in mind, just to pick one?
I want to go back to Sayulita where I got married.
Yeah.
I would love to do someone else's wedding there. I think it'd be so. April of 27.
You heard it here first to my thousands of listeners on this viral clip. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Sayulita?
Sayulita.
Sayulita?
Yeah, that
Take
was
us
good.
back there in April.
I know.
Package deal.
And then I could just stay all the month of May. It'd be wonderful.
Casual. Yeah. It's nice stuff. I'll bring the kids.
Yeah.
You can find homeschool or something for them.
Friendly.
I'm in.
It's the best spot.
Hey, thanks for doing this. This is such a random little thing, and we'll see what life brings from it, but we're doing it. We're going for it.
It's fun.
Okay, good. I don't know how we're gonna. I feel like we're just gonna start talking, and it will just be the podcast. So we're probably already recording with it.
This works.
You're literally the first guest ever on the Texas Wedding Podcast.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
How does it feel? Welcome to
honored.
the pod, Krista.
Yay.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Krista Seekely. I'm a planner with Belle Events. We're based in Houston and Dallas, and I focus primarily on Dallas and destination weddings. So very fun for me. I feel like I'm always on a plane or in the car, but I'm lucky to do it.
Incredible. How long have you been doing it for?
I started wedding planning in 2019, and my very first wedding was March 14th, 2020. So I made it through. Yeah. The day that wedding was happening, I was like, am I supposed to be doing this? Was this a sign just to quit now and, get over it? But now
oh my gosh. Because March, when was that right when the pandemic was announced?
Pretty much. So
on the day, walk me through, I guess a couple days beforehand then.
Yeah. So that week was really, people were getting scared. And I lived and worked in Aspen, Colorado. So, smaller town, everyone's talking very quickly and things can happen very quickly there. So remember my client got in Tuesday or Wednesday, and she was like, people are canceling. What do we do? And I was like, it's going to be fine. People who show up are going to be there for you. And that's what counts. And then by Thursday, her venue had canceled and we didn't know where the wedding would be. So we actually
this is your first wedding ever?
Yeah. The first one that I'm leaving.
Don't say casually.
Yeah,
Don't say it casually. That's insane.
It was crazy. And then Aspen came out with this crazy ruling. I don't even know if this could have ever been enforced, but they said if you had any gatherings, I think they were saying of 50 or more people, I honestly can't remember at the time, but that they would fine your business so you can't host anyone. But the restaurants were still open, which was kind of weird, and they were still at capacity. So she ended up moving everything to a restaurant.
Oh my
We
gosh.
staggered all the vendor arrivals, which some vendors purely canceled. They said that they weren't going to show up. And it was crazy. I mean, my next wedding was August of that year. And that was a little better, but all 50 people that were there got COVID. So that's not really better. Like the actual event went smoothly, but then everyone actually got sick.
Oh my gosh.
But I stuck with it. I'm here. It's 2026. We made
It's
it through.
crazy. Now, like 5 years later,
Yeah.
that was another world ago. I thought you were planning before that. I can't believe you've only been planning for, it's
I
officially 5. We're technically recording this in 2026, like coming up on 6 years of wedding planning.
cool. I mean, I kind of always had a way around events. Before I was a planner, was executive at admin.
Okay.
So was working for the W Hotel in Aspen. And then before that, I was doing trade shows, which was very eventy,
Okay.
and then did like marketing and advertising. So kind of had a little bit of everything, which is cool. But yeah, it's
Oh my
fun.
gosh. That's crazy. So you started out in Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
transitioned to Texas.
Yes.
This podcast is called the Texas Wedding Podcast. So I have
Yeah.
to ask, give me some differences between the Colorado market you experienced
Sure.
and the Texas market since being
Yeah.
here.
I found that all of my Colorado clients, they didn't live there. So I was their boots on the ground for their destination wedding, which
Okay.
kind of gave some just like natural boundaries, which was nice in a way
Yes.
because, they only came to visit once, if that, at times, where they'd come and see their venue and, they really took your word. In Texas, we'll have country club and hotel clients that go and visit their venue once a week just to see if
Oh my
anything's
gosh.
changed or if
Oh
they
my gosh.
replaced the
No.
carpet. So you get a lot more hands-on, but I think what's nice is that you can just tell people here care so much about the events that
Yeah.
they put on because especially in our market too, I think that people are used to going to events. So they want to come up with things that are unique and fun and give their guests something new and special.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool because they don't have the luxury of just, hey, come to this amazing mountain town. It's, you know, come to this place and celebrate with us and have a special evening. And, you know, I think that's really cool. I think that's one of the big differences. And another one is obviously the guest counts. I
Tell me more.
see anything less than 250 these days.
Oh my gosh. And what was it in Colorado?
Well, those COVID years was like 50, but
Yeah.
100 to 125 was
It's
my
so
average.
different.
Yeah.
Why
It
do you
was,
think that is?
I mean, it's expensive to travel for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Although
it was,
I find that people are more willing to go to destination weddings now because they want the excuse of travel and these places, they might not have been before. And it gives them, an opportunity to go somewhere that they might not have
yeah.
experienced before.
Yeah. So when you were in Colorado, I'm learning so much about you right now. You
Yes.
literally only did destination weddings that were
Basically,
like
but
people
I
from
was
other places to
right.
Colorado. I had no idea. Is that normal in Colorado? Were you like
It was in our market. I only had one client there that was from Boulder,
okay.
but I felt like Colorado in general is such a transient area almost.
Yeah.
People come in for their younger ages, ski bum or work in a hotel and they go back home or they live in Denver. But like the tried and true locals, I feel like aren't as much who our clients were, I guess. But yeah, I would say most of them actually were from Texas, New York, California, Chicago, just people who make Aspen their second home.
I mean, it sounds like a blast. I
Yeah.
would love to make Aspen my second home.
Right? I know. Maybe all this money from the podcast will get you there.
Yeah. Episode 1 will easily fund my second home in Aspen.
I'm sponsor. We need you.
Sponsored by Aspen. Yeah,
There we
just
go.
Aspen, straight up.
Hey, hopes and-
What is something you feel like the Texas market could learn from the Colorado market? Like something you missed from it or something you feel like we're missing here?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I know I didn't warn you about that one. I didn't think of it until right before this.
That's a hard one. I feel like trying to think just right off the bat. I mean, what is really nice, and a lot of the venues I worked at in Colorado were very focused on the food and beverage experience. And not to say that Texas venues aren't, but the locality and the kind of like an artisan approach to food and beverage, I thought was always just really enjoyable. And my clients' tastings were just phenomenal because it's local beef, it's farm
Ugh.
raised on the venue kind of thing where, and that might just be something that's Texas isn't capable of just with the heat that we have. But, I thought that was really a cool experience and gives a little bit more intention to your location when you can
Yeah.
utilize the locality of it all.
Yeah. That's amazing. Do you think it's also guest count related that the catering isn't like that? I mean, it's hard to do. I bet it's hard to do local beef for 100 people. I bet it's harder to do it for 350 people, like
Maybe.
Texas is
Well,
asking for.
if there's a will, there's a way. They'll figure it out. We
Figure
got
it out.
big cows here too.
There's enough people. We can figure out a solution. Oh my gosh. Okay, I wrote down questions. This is one I wanted to hear. We were talking about, like early career, starting in Colorado. What is a mistake or something you did wrong early in your career that you still like think about?
Yeah. This truly haunts me, but there was a wedding that, we send out, of course, this like photo list, right, of all the requests that you want taken of the day. And I had sent it to the bride. The bride told me she sent it to the photographer. And I was more, day of coordinating, managing this.
Okay,
So it wasn't full service, but one of those things that you just got to check your bases,
yeah.
triple check. So what she'd accidentally sent the photographer was just the template, which just said like bride with mother, bride with father, like, you know, which could be someone's requests, right?
Yeah. Just a very,
To put the names in.
oh my
And
gosh,
so photographer got that and she was like, okay, that's fine. It's
great.
pretty
Yeah,
basic. Then of course the wedding day comes. No one's, triple checked this. And after the wedding, we hear that the bride is super upset. We've missed a lot of the portraits that she requested. And, you know, she was, obviously upset. And when
oh
we
my
go back and
gosh,
look, and basically all three of us had screwed up, right? I didn't follow up. Photographer didn't double check that she got the right version. The bride sent the wrong one. So, I mean, everyone, we all had a fault, but in the end,
yeah.
we didn't capture what she wanted. And there's no way
Oh,
to make that
no,
up. There's no way to fix that after the fact. And one of the main portraits that she wanted was a guest that had traveled from Italy to Aspen. And, you know, we're not getting her.
didn't get that.
It was an old
No,
guest, it was just like, there's nothing to do.
no,
That was just something I never forget to just triple check that they've done it correctly, that I've sent it to the photographer, that they know it. And then if there are those like really specific people or places that they need captured, that is, an extra alarm on my phone that we are not missing that kind of thing. And it truly still haunts me when I think about that bride. I'm like, I'm so sorry that she probably still looks at her gallery and knows that something's like missing.
yeah. And it's like we don't have Mima in there from Italy.
Yeah. And,
Crushing.
you're like, how did no one get a picture? Like you would think that there would have been a moment if that was so special, it would have just come up naturally. But, you know,
Yeah,
it's not always the case. Or maybe that was happening during our vendor meal or, it's
yeah.
just, it was just not a
There's
full.
so many other things going on and on your brain, and
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
I know. I still have nightmares about that one, but
crushing. What do you do now to make sure that that's never going to happen again?
I review the actual entire photo list with them after
Yeah.
they've completed it so that
Okay.
I know for sure, and then sending that to the photographer and reviewing it with them also, just making sure that it has made it through all of its
Oh
steps.
my
And it's
gosh.
just, a document sitting in the
Because
depths.
it is never going to happen again.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And those are the kind of things like, someone might forget a bridesmaid bouquet or, we started ceremony 5 minutes late. Those kinds of things, no one is going to remember.
Yeah.
But if you don't get the portraits, if you don't get that shot,
Yeah.
there's no remaking it. And that's the kind of stuff that really keeps me up at night. Like as a planner, you just have to know that you only get one shot. You gotta make their day as best as you can. And knowing that those are like the priorities for the day, portraits and the big moments, you have to nail those.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Scary.
That's so well said, though.
Yeah.
And it's crazy the things you learn. Like, no one would say like, oh yeah, it's good to skip that. But it's crazy like the way you like deeply learn these lessons after being in the industry like 5+
For
years.
sure. For sure. And it's just like, you just never want it to happen again. So you know, and I actually have this entire, oh my gosh, you'd crack up if you saw this, but
I
this,
have to see it.
yeah, here we go. It's called Do Better. And it's just all these things that, you learn and you don't want to happen again. And it's, things like making sure you actually have candles for a birthday party cake. And what else do we have? This is a no-brainer now, but an addressed envelope for photography. That's not always necessarily the client's name. Um, Thinking through parking for all of your vendors on off-scale events.
And each one of these has such a story behind it. Like, I
Right.
love that. Each one of these is like, oh, because this one time.
Yep. This one, I have band lights, not purple for first dances.
Yes.
In fighting,
Please, Lord. Everyone needs to know that
can
one.
that just be banned? Like no pink, no purple, no blue. It's the first dance. It is not an 80s club.
Yes. And I feel like everyone just kind of forgets about it because it's like, oh, early on, yeah, that happens.
Right.
When you're just starting your career. And then you kind of hit this time where it's like, oh, I don't think about it anymore because everyone I'm working with knows better.
Right.
And then there will be like one band or one light tech who just doesn't think about it. You're like, what about purple?
And I'm like, give me that remote. Yeah. They think they're helping out because they're doing something cool. I'm like,
no,
did not get approved.
No, you're ruining everything. You're ruining everything.
I like this one. Check for ground sprinklers before driving trucks. There's been some damage to different places before.
How long have you been building this list for?
And when did this start? I don't know if it has a full history date. This must be from March 2020 at least.
Oh my gosh. March 2020 at least, your first wedding.
Yeah.
What do you mean at least? When would it have been
when we
before
started
that?
getting through this, but no, the Do Better list always being added to.
That's incredible. You're inspiring me. I have to do something like that. Some
It's
kind
also
of list
funny
because that's so cool.
Yeah, and it pulls up those stories. What about you?
Yeah.
Do you have any that are like,
My
for
gosh,
sure?
early on career stuff. I feel like so many. The biggest one was the biggest one. The one that comes to mind right now was maybe a year and a half into weddings and was still exclusively shooting weddings solo. So I started maybe the first 2 years of shooting weddings. I only did solo, local ones, like smaller weddings. And I was doing one of those, and there's this phrase in videography called reverse cycling, where you're holding the camera and you just get it backwards, whether it's recording or not. So it was about to be a cake cutting. This was like a very country, it was during COVID. And so it was like their micro ceremony before their main one.
Got it.
Very country wedding in like a barn in West Texas. And the couple was just rowdy. Lots of beers had been had, just a rowdy group. And I thought I was like recording early because I knew something crazy was going to happen. But I forgot that I was. So I hit to record and it turns it off, like right when the cake cutting goes to start. And I'm standing there like smiling, and they end up like getting in this huge like food fight, like families jumping in, like they're like throwing cake at each other. Like it's such a, for
Perfect
them,
video moment.
iconic moment. And I just was smiling the whole time, enjoying it, like thinking I'm recording. And then it's over. And so I go to turn it off and I see that the recording starts, like as I'm turning it off at the end.
No.
The horror I had at that moment, and like solo shooting. So there was a photographer there, but there was no other video.
Yeah.
Like just me. And so 100% missed it. Like couldn't have missed it anymore. One of the most like iconic moments from their micro celebration, just gone. Just totally gone. And the horror I felt, like the nausea I felt after that, oh my gosh, it was horrible. Horrible.
No, that's the worst.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hard transition. Here's my official lukewarm hot take. I feel like Pink Pony Club is the new Mr. Brightside.
Do not agree. It is the best song ever.
Wait, no, I say it in a good way. Are you anti Mr. Brightside? You hate Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside is like, please, is this wedding over yet?
When Mr. Brightside started showing up at weddings as the last song, I'm like, I am alive. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is me in my full element.
Okay, well, my thing is, Mr. Brightside is a pretty sad song, isn't it?
Yes.
At least Pink Pony Club is a bit about, like, being your own person and, like, doing what's right for you.
Oh my gosh. I hear why you disagree. And I feel like we deeply agree about Pink Pony Club and just disagree about Mr. Brightside.
I think that's it.
Okay. I'm a
So,
fan of it. I fully support the
then my
transition.
actual hot take is Mr. Brightside needs to be completely cut from wedding lists because it's the worst.
You went from no hot take to 3 hot takes for the
I
record.
guess I'm more opinionated than I thought. That's
And
true.
I think all 3 of them were great. You're crushing this.
I said this like during my like bachelorette and wedding of my own last year. I was like, I'm so happy I got married in the Pink Pony Club era because it is the best song known to man.
The first time I heard it live, I mean, it's like, I love the song. And then I heard it like from a good band live at a wedding and 200 people were surrounding me screaming it. It was like heaven. I like left my body. I was so happy. It was such it was such an experience. I'm in.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. We're at a wedding. We're talking receptions. We're talking at weddings. What do you feel like is a common thing that people don't understand about being a wedding planner?
Yeah, I think they forget on the wedding day that we're being pulled in a million directions and also trying to take care of them because we are the keeper of their hopes and dreams and, want to make sure that everything is going to the plans that we've talked about. But I also need to make sure that I'm delegating and getting all their stuff done while also making sure that she's getting in her dress. I just don't think that they fully understand how much whack-a-mole is happening that day.
Yeah.
Because they'll, Krista, come do this. Krista, I need you here. I'm like,
oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot this one thing.
And then a bridesmaid, my dress ripped. Like, we're doing it all. And that's why it's so important to have a great team. But even when you have a team, I'm going to get a message or I'm going to get a phone call. And, my mind is 100 places. My goal is for them to always think that I'm 100% focused on them. But there's a lot going on in the day. And I don't think they can fully grasp that either until after the wedding and maybe they hear stories or they never do. And that's probably just means I'm doing a good job of it.
Yeah. The things that look the easiest are like the things you work the hardest at.
Yeah. And it's always funny too, especially when we're at a venue where, the client can come see the progress of the reception and they'll come in and they're like, oh, is this going to be ready? I'm like, yes, it'll be ready. Don't worry. And, then they start to freak out and I can always tell when I'm like, how about you just stay out for a while? You'll feel better not watching this.
Oh my gosh. The tented backyards, the stress of the spectators at a tented backyard.
Exactly. It's so funny because they think it's like easier if they have eyes on it. I'm like, you're not going to be helping. You're not going to set any of these
If things go horribly wrong, what are you going to do? Like, not get your hair and makeup done so you can come out and help like straighten chairs. Like, what are you going to do in this situation?
Never. Man. Yeah. So that's, I think, one of the big things they'll never grasp. And I think another element too is just the behind the scenes during planning. So, we email, we text behind the scenes. I'm asking you a quick question here or there, but they don't see all of that. And they think that that I have like one email to a vendor that, making it so easy. But there's so much that goes behind the scenes or I'll get a proposal and the date and their names are wrong. So I'm sending that back and just the time it takes for those little things that what they see is not full of errors. I don't think we'll ever grasp that either.
No. They see like a third of your to-do list and think each of those is one email. When in reality, you have 3 times to do what they think you're doing. And each one of those is 25 to 50 emails.
Right. And I'm never going to copy them on all of that. Why would they want inbox full of all of that?
No, because you're good at what you do. And you want them to, them being oblivious is like your service to them.
Exactly.
Okay. We end with 2 segments. Okay. I've ended every podcast I've ever done with these 2 segments, which is literally just this one first. So congratulations, you're here.
Perfect.
Okay, the first one's called The Funny.
Yep.
And it's just, I want you to play a video, a like go-to video when you need a laugh. So if you want to, yeah, you could hit screen share.
Okay.
And then you could click over to whatever tab you have it on. And then just let it play. And this thing should record it just
Okay.
fine.
This is really dumb.
I can't wait.
Dude, I got some f***ing banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. My mom told me if I wait for things, like good things will happen to me. And I waited for some things and I got some banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. So it just goes to show that waiting for things is like worth it. But there's a lot of bad things in this world, dude. Like skunks, dude. Hell no. Scratching your eye, but it's still f***ing itchy, dude. Hell no. The f***ing cup, dude.
That it just keeps going. But
What?
that's yeah. Just
How have I never seen this
banana
before?
bread at work today, bro. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I
How have I never seen that before?
I have no idea, but it cracks me up. And it's kind of a great message, but you know, I just love
I feel like the music was building in the background too. It's getting like more like an iconic Hollywood moment coming up.
so funny. It's one of those just like meme videos, but
Okay, I'm going to share mine. I feel like news bloopers are like my go-to
so funny.
because they're just trying to be so serious. And especially when it's live and it's like we have one take and we have really serious jobs and they mess up. It's just my favorite. So this is mine. It's Nick and Schmidt from New Girl.
Oh my gosh, love.
Will be.
Incredible experience.
Kelly,
can I say something to the people of Nashville really
I would,
fast?
you know what?
Oh,
Yes, ready and go now. Yes.
If you guys are hanging around on Beale Street,
That's
Get
in
home
Memphis.
and watch.
That's in Memphis. We're in Nashville. And take two, we are on Broadway. Ready and go now.
if you guys are hanging out on Broadway Street, get off that street and watch New Girl at 9 o'clock
Schmidt's
tonight.
face.
There it is.
Schmidt's face in the
We
back.
are in Central Time Zone, so it will be 8, but I got you covered because you guys are awesome. And so we won't be going to Memphis. We'll
Good
be
try.
staying in tonight. We'll be here in Nashville. We'll be watching this
Gosh.
tonight because these
this
guys,
part.
they love their jobs and they'd like to keep them. So tune in
Say it,
on
Nick.
Fox. right
Please,
here.
please watch it.
You guys are awesome. There it is, everybody.
Oh,
Tonight.
it's too funny.
That's it. I don't
They're
know.
so good.
I feel like any behind the scenes clip of them, I'm like, they are their
I
characters.
don't know how they filmed without just being pure hysterics all the time. It's
There
too
has to
good.
be good blooper reels that
For
I
sure.
need to find from New Girl. Oh
Oh,
my
I
gosh.
love news bloopers too.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
too good. They're so human. You know,
They're
it's
so
just like-
human. Yeah.
It's just, it's okay. It's funny. We all need
And
to
I
just
feel
laugh.
like I get down in life because I'm taking it too seriously. And so I think that's why it's like medicinal to me.
Oh,
Of like
absolutely.
people just taking themselves so seriously on the news and then just being just wrecks. Just a
Yep.
train wreck
Just
happens.
tumbled real quick. It's too good.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we'll play that back and see if that's funny at all to people listening on a podcast. But I'm like in tears right now.
It's so good.
Segment number 2,
Okay.
the shout out.
Yes.
You get one shout out, one person in the wedding industry. Who do you want to give some love to?
I want to give some love to Emily at Petals Couture. She is a fabulous florist, and I'm just always amazed at what she puts together. We have a wedding in March together at the Drover, and I'm so
Oh my
pumped.
gosh.
She crushes it. And
Incredible.
she and her team do so much, and I've never not seen her with a smile on her face. They crush it. So
I
Big
love that. Her work's incredible. We've gotten to work with her a few times. Yes,
Yeah.
her work's incredible. I want to give my shout out this week to Ashlyn Sidney Photography in Houston. Who doesn't love Ashlyn? If you don't know her, people need to know her. I want to give her a shout out this one though, because we're connecting. We're connected. We work together frequently.
Mhm.
But we first met from like Belle Events, you being part of the Belle team.
yeah.
I first worked with Belle Events because of Ashlyn
nice.
recommending me to one of our incredible brides, Margie, when I was like way too young to be working such an incredible wedding. And it was kind of like what opened the door with Belle and opened the door for so many other things since then. So,
Very cool.
and I mean, she's just I think more people should know her work. It's incredible. It's beautiful. She's the kindest. So that's it.
I didn't realize that's how that all came together.
That's how it all came together. I
And then
think
Belle
if
team's
I
like,
were to
"Kevin,
guess
come
what was
here."
going on, yeah. If I were to guess what was going on behind the scenes, Margie was basically like, I don't want a video. Who can I get for like almost no money? And I was so early in the career
Perfect,
that
you.
Ashton's like, oh, I worked with this one guy in Waco. Let's see if he'll do it.
That's
The rest
great.
is history.
How cool. I love how that
Incredible.
works. Such a
too.
great industry of networking and just finding people that you vibe with.
Oh my gosh, I know. The number of incredible people in this industry who just like heart of gold are
Yeah.
in this industry just because they love other people and celebrating them and like supporting them on one of the most important days of their whole life is just incredible. Like it attracts such amazing people. So.
I know. It's always so nice when we have those vendor teams on wedding day and you're like, oh, these are like my friends. This is going to be
Vibing.
We're so lucky.
It's the best, for real. Krista,
Thank
that's all I
you.
got. Thank you.
This was
Number
fun.
one, officially, forever.
I'm going to make a t-shirt.
Make a t-shirt, for real.
I love it.
Krista, you're incredible. I
Thank
can't wait to work
you.
with you again. Can't wait
Thanks
to
for
see you
having
again. Of course. Thanks for making time for this.
Of course. Have a good rest of the
Say
day.
if you don't like this music, you don't be listening to it. You know, I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, then you go somewhere but here, cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute. Oh.